guys? It's Mary.
And Alma.
We invite you guys to like,
Share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all, because we are going to be talking about Donald Trump
Yeah,
going
no,
to the clink.
The indictment on Donald Trump. I tell you, I don't like this. I don't. I really, really don't. I don't think that we should be in the business of arresting our presidents.
Well, let me tell
Or
you
our
why.
former presidents. I just don't. It
Yeah.
leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't. Just like I don't like it when, America gets into like other countries, places, and tries to put, the president that they prefer for this particular country or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that either. I just don't. I feel like, and I think I've said this before, Donald Trump won, okay? At that time, I was actually for Hillary Clinton. I just was, because after Barack Obama, I just felt like, hey, it was Hillary Clinton's time, right? And I was excited about a woman being president.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, I'm not like a fan of Hillary Clinton, but
Right.
she was the person that I wanted to win.
Right.
I remember around that time, 2016, Donald Trump, it was like everybody just knew. All the polls that were out said he was going to lose. Hillary was going to win by a landslide. And there was something that occurred just before the election. Hillary was talking to some young girl and she was being
Asking
kind
her,
of
what
like
are you-
dismissive or whatever. And I felt right there, Hillary was going to lose the young people, which were very instrumental
And
and Barack
winning.
Obama winning, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a surprise to me, even though it wasn't really, if Donald Trump, I just knew if Donald Trump won, I wouldn't be totally shocked, right? And then he won. And I think it shocked the media. It shocked most of America because all the polls were saying that Donald Trump was going to lose.
Right.
Okay? And we had actually heard of this whole Stormy Daniels thing.
Yeah.
But I think that it wasn't pursued because why kick a dog when it's down?
Like he's gonna lose.
He's gonna lose this election anyway. Right? Now he becomes president. From day one, the media was, apart from Fox News, the media every single day, they had something to say about Donald Trump. Every single day. First, even before he was made president, oh, he's gonna give all the nuclear codes away, all this stuff. You even had people in his administration saying, hey, we're here, we are, making sure he doesn't mess up and blase, blase, blase. Like all this nonsense. At the end of the day, okay, he was made president by the people, okay, or whatever, in your system. This is your system of your election system. You know what I'm saying? The electoral vote, whatever, or the actual count of people. This is your system. It's been here for how many decades? Like, I just felt, let this man have a chance to just be president. I felt like the media became so opinionated instead of giving news. And I think a lot of Americans felt that regardless where you end up on the aisle, whether you're Republican or Democrat. I think, and that's why you saw over the years, the viewership in all of these media, like CNN, MSNBC, it plummeted. Because people are sick and tired of you trying to give your opinion. Just give the damn news. Oh, sorry for cursing. Allah have mercy. Sorry for cursing. Like, just do the news, and they will not do the news.
Yeah.
Every time they were there, like these little biting his ankles or something. Like, it was just nonsense,
But let me tell
But
you.
in spite of, let me just finish, right, because, I'm old, my thoughts were whatever. In spite of all of that, this man, in spite of all of that, this man continued to do his presidency. I'm sorry, like he did not start any wars. He brought troops home. There are things that he did. I even remember the whole HBCUs, you know? I remember he was saying that they have to go like every year to kind of explain why they should get some money from the government or whatever, while all the other schools that are not HBCUs, you know, it's like every 5 years or something they have to come. So when they came, it's like, why you guys come every year? When, you know, I don't know, Harvard doesn't come every year. And it's like, well, this is how it's been. And he changed that. Like, there are things that he did. Yes, I'm sure he messed up. Yes, maybe he did something corrupt. I'm sorry. What American president hasn't? And what president in the world hasn't? This is politics. That's how it is. You know? But you guys did the whole thing. Even the whole Ukraine thing. Oh, you know, quid pro quo and all this stuff. Like, you guys will not let this man just be president and do what he has to do. But in spite of all the stuff, all the little like this, he continued to move through. He did not give any nuclear codes to nobody. He managed the best he could with the whole COVID thing.
These American people got a check.
You know what I'm saying?
Got no
He
check from Biden.
He pushed for the vaccine stuff. You know, they were able to give, I am telling you, if during COVID it was one of those people, I doubt if we would have gotten that check. I doubt it. And I think the only reason why Biden even gave that check was because Donald Trump had already done it the year before. So he wanted to make sure. He gave a check 2021.
To who?
To the people.
What people?
Biden. I mean, everybody got a check.
We did?
Yes, yes. But I feel like I know. I feel like actually with Donald Trump got 2 checks. Because we got one, I think was in the spring or summer, and then there was another one in December.
Biden's a liar.
Biden came in, and there was another check that came in the spring, and that was it. And, you know, like, these are politicians. Politicians are going to lie. They may bribe. And sometimes they make missteps. I am not a Trump lover, but I understand how politics work. I don't like everyone piling on anybody, because to me that's a bully thing. I don't like it at all. And I feel as though that's what they're doing. So now he's running again, and I feel like they probably see, because Biden has made some missteps and has not been truthful about some things.
He has come in, he's lied. You had your whole little 10-minute clip on YouTube where you turn off your comments basically asking the Muslims to come in out there and vote for you.
Yeah.
What do you do the very next day? You go and you bomb a Muslim country. So really you just said F you to all of the Muslims.
When Israel went and bombed that mosque,
right? And then you went and you gave them more money to go and continue to terrorize the Muslims over there, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you sat down there talking about how you're going to cancel student loans. Still haven't done that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So you have, and then you say you weren't going to mandate vaccines. You did that.
Yeah.
Like you have just been a bald-headed liar this whole entire time. So do I think people are going to take their do I think people are going to take their booties to go vote for him again? No.
Probably
this man is senile and needs to not be there.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
Probably not.
So they are trying to get Trump to not be president because they actually have him
on.
on.
They feel like even if go ahead.
No, but I just want to quickly say what his charges are.
Yeah.
He actually has a total of 30 charges for business fraud, including the Stormy Daniels thing, where he had basically had paid this porn star to not talk about their affair using campaign funds.
Right.
Really, his lawyer had paid her, and then he said, "I'm going to use the campaign funds to pay you," and then he put his money into the campaign funds to kind of back up that money that he had to use to pay the lawyer for paying her off.
That's what we're thinking, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
How that thing worked.
Yeah, so that's what they have him on currently.
So now it's 30 charges. And
30 charges in business fraud.
They want to make sure that he's convicted on something. Guilty. Because if he's convicted of something, even if he doesn't spend even 1 day in jail, it will nullify him and he will not be able to run as president, because he has been either convicted or something. So that's what they're really trying to do. They don't want this man to run because they are afraid that if he runs, he will win. And you know something? He might. He might, because there's so many things going on that I think a lot of people...
Biden has just done a horrible job.
I think a lot of people
why
are
he's in office.
just not, they're not buying that. The other thing too that it feels like has been going on has been the whole thing with the LGBTQ. Like, I am not for, I'm not for pushing anybody's agenda. At the same time, I'm not for anyone being like hurt and harmed because of what they believe or because of what they're doing. We've already, as Muslims, we have already, been discriminated against and all of that stuff. What's going on?
I'm just, the thing was on 10%,
okay.
So I'm charging.
So we understand that whole discrimination thing that goes on. It does not feel good. So I don't want that happening to anyone who's part of that community. I just don't. But the one thing that I think Biden's administration is doing wrong is this whole thing of, trans being able to go into bathrooms. Like, you have trans people who still have maybe a male genitalia still on them, and they're going to a female bathroom to change. Like, I don't want, my daughter was in a swim team, I do not want that for my child. And I don't think that's right either. And recently, I think about a couple of weeks ago, or was it last month, there was a thing that came out that in school, this young girl was raped by someone who
was transitioning to be a woman, but still had his male genitalia.
Yes, he was still young. They were still young because these are like young people. They were teenagers.
Yeah.
And that happened. The media, the main media, which you will think will cover it, did not. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, have your rights, okay, but don't infringe on the rights of others.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only issue that I have.
Yeah.
Have your rights, but don't infringe on the rights of others. It's like me. Say I am working at this job, okay, and as Muslims we pray 5 times a day, and I go and make a big deal of, no, I'm praying now, I can't work because during this time I'm praying. And you have to change your whole, schedule or whatever because I am here. Like, I'm not going to infringe my beliefs as a Muslim on anybody else. I'm not going to put them through that or make them there to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Don't appreciate your rights as you stand on the neck of other people. Because everybody has rights to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You can have another bathroom for them. You actually can. And that will be a good thing. But what mother wants to go and,
have to worry about their child
like,
seeing male genitalia in the bathroom?
This is ridiculous. I think it's gone too far. And then the other thing too, it's like, and then these are minors. And you're allowing them, thank goodness we had someone who knows a lot about the trans community. I don't know if they're trans or not, but thank you, the subscriber who reached out to tell us about, because one thing that I was worried about was
they were having bottom surgery.
They're having surgery, right, of their genitalias, and you're still a minor. And I felt, and coming from healthcare, I worried that they didn't have an advocate for them. To ask doctors questions and all of that stuff. But we were told that they don't allow minors to have, they call it the bottom surgery. They don't allow minors to do that. They have to. So I guess the only thing that they're doing is just the hormonal stuff. So I was happy to at least hear that. So I think that's the stuff that's going on. Everybody wants to just be able to live their life without someone making them feel bad about who they, who they want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all and I think it's a huge issue in America to the point that nobody wants to actually even say their opinion. Just like how it was when nobody wanted to say their opinion about the whole COVID vaccine stuff because you don't want to get canceled from,
Yeah.
social media or something like that. Like, people need to have, it's such a fundamental right in America. When you think of America, it's a fundamental right. The ability to speak my mind and
Yeah.
to say something if I think that this is infringing on my rights. But don't let, make all these laws for the rights of the LGBTQ, which is great, that's fine, but don't let it infringe on my rights too. To be
Yeah.
able to go to a public bathroom with my young child and not have them see male genitalia. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't want them to be seeing male genitalia at that age. I don't.
Yeah.
And, and also I am sure the people who are trans feel uncomfortable with that too.
Yeah.
What we used to have when they used to swim, there was a door, there was a room. Okay, sometimes families will go in there,
Yeah.
and it doesn't say family bathroom. It has nothing there. But you can go and you can lock the door behind you and go in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can have a room like that anywhere, any bathroom, where if you're trans, you can go in there. And then nobody will know whether you're trans or not. Because like I said, I used to go in that bathroom with my children, before they had to go swimming. And that's where we will change sometimes, just to have some of the privacy. So they will do something like that. They don't have to put a whole thing, trans. They don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Just make a bathroom where anyone can go there if they want a bigger bathroom or whatever.
You can just say for everyone.
Yeah, that's the bath for everyone, because when you go in, you get to lock the door. And nobody comes in until you come out.
Yeah.
They can do something like that. But, and I think that is why across the world, people are, and especially here on the continent, people are putting their foot down. Because they see all that this thing is unraveling, And it's sad because I'm sure members who are actual members of that community, I really doubt that they want this themselves. I've already seen one gay person on YouTube talking about it. He has a channel, and he's like, we don't even want to be considered, we don't want to be considered with the T and Q and plus, he was saying.
Yeah.
We want to just be considered LGBT. We don't like when they put us together with that. Because we're, so it's like even in their community, I don't think a lot of them want that. And he was even saying, we don't think an elementary school child should be taught about, have books, where you're showing them explicit stuff, sexual things that.
That's just like an adult going and putting porn on someone's bed, like that sicko from Jared from Subway.
Jared, the Subway
you know
guy,
what I'm saying? That stepfather who was
or
trying to come
even
after
in
those
school,
kids. It's just
showing them videos or something of heterosexuals, kissing or whatever. You're not going to show that in school. So those are the issues. And I think really politicians, they may be doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep people in constant chaos. Because the more you keep your citizens in constant chaos, the more they're not looking at you and pointing the finger at things that you're not doing.
Hello. So
it could be on purpose, But I am sure people in that, I have friends who are in that community.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't agree with all of these laws and stuff that's going on now.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't also. So I just feel like when it comes to Donald Trump, these are the issues America is having, some of the citizens are having. And I think Democrats are really afraid that this man, after all the stuff, he will run and win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, hell to the no. We're gonna make sure you don't even get a chance to run. Period.
Yeah.
Period. But I am not in the business. I don't like it one little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think this man, he served his time. He served his country. I will say pretty good.
I mean, besides the whole race war and stuff. I mean, that was out of pocket. And storming the Capitol, inciting violence. That obviously that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I do feel like some people started torturing the other race of people just because of. I felt like that's where he crossed the line. I felt like he above all else.
Yeah.
We must be civilized.
We must be civilized.
Like if you feel a certain way about a group of people, keep that in house. But you don't go and start torturing people and harassing another race of people because you don't like them.
Yeah.
Keep that in house to yourself. Don't go and start harassing people. Like I felt like that's where he lost me for real. Because I felt like people were basically messing with little kids, harassing people. We had Karens coming out the woodworks and all this stuff. I mean, it was just ridiculous.
Really,
it was just chaotic.
That's why some
that storming the Capitol. When have we ever heard of people storming the Capitol? If they were black people, they would have all been dead. Let's just be honest.
Well, absolutely.
So that's what I felt like what he did with that was ridiculous. But besides that, I felt like he did a decent job.
Then all other presidents.
Yeah.
I mean
it's corruption. I mean, obviously
that was
ridiculous.
I think that is with quite a bit of people. I mean, let's just be real.
But I just want to acknowledge that because I don't want nobody to be in constant about what about the race war and what he did. I feel like no one is condoning that because obviously
nobody is condoning any of that stuff. But all I'm saying is this: I don't like it, and I don't think we should be in the business.
I feel like they're really just doing this because they don't want him to,
our past presidents. I don't think we should be in the business. Just like I will hate it if that's what we're doing on any country here in Africa. I don't think we should be in the business of putting former presidents in jail.
No, I mean, but if it's a serious criminal offense, you murdered somebody or you're messing with little kids, raping little kids, then you should be locked the hell up. But if it's not a serious offense, like you paid somebody with campaign funds, I mean, okay.
I mean, we will see what all these charges are. But I just feel
this is business fraud.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the whole thing, I'm just when it comes to finance, I think presidents, congressmen, I think everybody trying to make a buck, So I just doesn't, and then what's going to happen? After you've done this to him, the next time there's a Democratic president, and in the House, though, it's Republican, because that happened during Clinton's time. The presidency was Democratic, but then the House and the Senate were Republican.
Right.
What are they going to do? Are they going to try to ensure that this one also gets arrested? Yeah. You know what? When is this going to end? It's not going to end well. That's what I feel. And that's my fear about that. Yeah. I don't think we should be in the business of putting our former presidents who have served us, whether we liked it or not. Most majority voted for him. It doesn't matter. Electoral college, whatever. That's how he got there, through the system that you all made. I don't think we should be in the business about that. I don't think so. So
yeah, y'all, it's Mary.
And instead of being afraid and trying to get Donald Trump on this, why don't you, Biden, start doing some of those things? Go into the community, see what people want, and then
this is what you need to do. You need to cancel student loans. You need to send about 2 more checks to the American people. Yes. You need to do something about the school shootings. And you and your vice president need to stay the hell out of Africa. Oh. That's it. Cancel the student loans. Make sure you're giving people in America money. You're increasing the teacher wages, and you're giving more jobs. Yeah. And then you're also letting people have the freedom to either be homeschooled or not have to go to school. Yeah. There are other things you should be doing, but you going there to kind of trying to stop Americans from fleeing the corrupt country, why don't you just start fixing the corruption and do right by the people? Instead of trying to have Kamala Harris, who's half black, come to Africa to come do your dirty work. Yeah.
You know something?
That makes no sense. What are you doing? You don't want people to leave, do right by the people. It's that simple.
And I think people are fleeing. The reason why a lot of people are fleeing, the cost of living is so high. You cannot.
We pay $600 a month for a 5-bedroom home.
Let me tell you, first of all, the cost of living.
You never would have gotten that in America.
It's so high, and it keeps on going high every single time. It's now you cannot have a one-parent household. That one parent, and then most households now are single mothers, right?
Yeah.
That mother got to work more than one job. Because you cannot raise a family in America on one job anymore.
No.
Both parents have to work.
I know.
And even when they're both working, they're just above, tiny bit, the poverty line. Like, this is why people are leaving. People are not just coming here to Africa, they're going to Portugal.
Going to
They're
Brazil.
going to all other
Belize.
different places. Any other place, they go to Canada.
Yeah.
And that's why I just want, stay in America. Don't go to Africa. Don't go nowhere. Stay in America.
On your
focus.
country. I mean, damn.
Like, focus. There are things that people.
What you doing here, coming and smiling in the African people's face for what? Your country just went through a school shooting. What are you doing here in Africa? What are you doing?
I was actually wondering.
Like, why are you here?
There's so much.
We're excited about the future of Africa.
You know
what about the future of American people?
Exactly.
Soon, America is there.
And
There's not going to be many people living there.
But you know something? This is why, if they're not careful, whether you put Trump in jail or not, you probably will not win the next term. So you need to focus.
Who is going to say themselves to go? Who is going to go vote for senile Biden? Who is doing that?
Well, maybe there's some people who will. But even if Trump doesn't win, Ron DeSantis is there. There's some. That's the guy who's in Florida, who took out that. What did Ron DeSantis do, you all, about the AP history, the African American history?
Oh, that's that guy.
Right, that's that guy. So I mean, there's a lot of work to do in America. You all need to get on the business about that. Okay, actually, I did see his wife, President Biden's wife. She went and put a wreath or some flowers in the school shooting. She did.
Where are you, Biden?
She was there. I think he's coming. But yeah, he did say his wife. I saw Joe Biden. There's a lot to do in America. Stop traveling the globe. I am so sick and tired of hearing
your
about
country
any
is in
other
shambles. And you're coming to other countries for what?
I am so sick and tired of hearing about any other country but America. Like, and I am, originally I am from Sierra Leone. So if I am feeling it, how much the ones who,
were born and raised.
like you,
yeah,
right? How much more that? You know what I'm saying?
Annoying.
Like, Americans, when you talk to them, they are pissed. And they're tired. They're exhausted. Okay? And the children are anxious and afraid.
Now, when I went to elementary school for
like
those 2 years I went to elementary school, I never had to worry about a school shooting. Mm-hmm. What was that? Wasn't that like 2000, early 2000s?
Like, there's so much to do in America.
It's not even
I
funny.
don't want to hear about any other country but America. I don't want to hear about it from Biden. I really don't.
For you to come,
if you will do the right thing, you will not have to try and, get all these charges
and all this stuff.
You don't need for that.
Yeah.
Do what you're supposed to do, and the people will actually come and vote for you.
But Biden doesn't give a damn.
So, I mean, anyway, that's our 2 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, show us that you actually give a damn. That's what you gotta show. And then you win. But even if Trump doesn't run, there are other Republicans who are gonna run. And guess what? If Trump doesn't run, he might be behind, and be like, hey, go ahead and go vote for DeSantis. All his followers will go right there and vote for DeSantis. What you going to do? Okay? I mean, that whole saying that you said to Charlemagne the God about how
if you ain't black, you can't.
If you don't vote for me,
you ain't black.
You ain't black enough, or whatever the hell you said.
I wonder what he
Let
said.
me tell you something, President Biden. With all due respect, that's not going to work this time around. You better come with something that you have done or are doing.
He hasn't done nothing.
That's
he hasn't done
saying.
a damn
because
thing.
Even if Trump does not run, you might find that you still lose the Republican. So you better get that whole little saying, oh, let me hurry up and go vote for Biden because, I need to let him know that I'm black enough. Okay, it's not going to work this time around. Okay? It didn't work last time. It's not
and let's be honest, we have not had our first black president yet. We've had our first biracial president.
Yeah, President Obama was biracial. He was actually raised by the grandfather who was Caucasian.
So that says a lot. But it's Mary.
You know, so, I mean, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Americans need so much. Get it together.
It's Mary.
And
We let y'all like,
share,
subscribe.
comment down below. If you're American, comment down below. What do you think? Should we be about this business about like
Nationalism.
like should we be about the business of like arresting our former president?
Oh yeah.
Like what would you like Biden to focus on? What are your concerns? Like if you could talk to Biden right now, and I am hoping that one of his handlers or people
I'm sure they will
watch
see this
our
video.
show. I hope they watch it and they take it to heart and they take it to him. You know what I'm saying? What would you guys like for him to do? What are some of your concerns living in America? Put it down below.